cliffhanger when the vet called. So BB, they did his X-ray, and she has the results. I imagine with modern technology that takes no time at all. So she called and wanted to explain everything. So now we didn't get into arthritis or heart disease or anything like that. So I've got to follow up and ask about that. But what she did say is that there was this abdomen was distended, was the word she used, which basically she was saying there was some mineral buildup. There was which when I hear that, that sounds like stones to me in guinea pigs. So I got very concerned. But she seems to think that it's some kind of stomach upset that happened over the last day or two. And she, then, this doctor, very nice, very friendly, but also seems to be very highly educated and speaks in terms of um, clinical and this and that. And it was very uh, like she's talking about all this stuff, and I still can't tell if it's bad news or good news, you know, which was driving me insane. But basically, she seems to think that he had a stomach upset. Some food and stuff is not passing as quickly as it should, but because he has been stable, because he was eating last night a little bit, um, that we're moving in the right direction. And she does not want to prescribe any medication other than what has already been given, which is an anti-nausea um, and like an anti gut bacterial. Um, I don't know if that's the exact right word, but basically stuff for nausea and stuff for like gut health, as well as meloxicam, believe it or not. So she said the meloxicam is the most important thing to keep him feeling better. Um, but she's hoping that within the next day or two, he'll start to feel better. They are going to feed him like extra liquid food. So um, basically, they said that he should start to improve. And if he doesn't really improve in the next couple days, then there are other things that they can do. There are diagnostics they can do. They could either do a CT scan, which she said, based on his size, is not really going to potentially tell us a lot. And they said that they could also do a sonogram, which also might not be very conclusive. And the third thing they can do is feed him some contrasted material. And so basically, the contrasted material, they would take a series of x-rays to see if that material, as it's being digested, moves around, say, an obstruction or something like that. And it can give you a better sense of the actual digestion. So I'm hoping that none of those need to be done, and that she's thinking that, she said, from a clinical standpoint, he seems to be getting better. Um, so let's hope that that is the case. They're thinking, I asked, what about what about a motility drug? And they're thinking that um, just the food and the water will help things to move, and that oftentimes various motility or digestion drugs can actually create more complications. So she didn't think that that was necessary. Also, she said that in birds, it's not always very effective. So uh, the doctor was under the impression that just the food, the pain meds, and then, the problem is these, because BB weighs 88 grams, um, the amount of this medicine is minuscule, and trying to syringe feed it, a little drop, that's all it is, goes into his mouth and he flings it away. So, but as he eats more, the strategy will be to potentially put the medicine on his food. And they said basically, pragmatically, any little bit of medicine that he can get could potentially help. So, um, they don't want me to overdose him, but if any little amount of it can get in, then it's better than none, and that can potentially help. And then I'm prioritized to give the meloxicam for pain, and it will help with the inflammation. And they're seeming to think that the cloudiness of the eye, which seems like it has come on recently in the last day or two, but they're seeming to think that it's actually more a sign of calcium buildup in the eye that's more aligned with like old age. Like his eyesight is going bad. Oh, thank you, Mary. Thank you for the super chat. It means a lot. So I just have to I started giving hay to these guys. A couple fleeces need to be cleaned, changed, but basically I'm going to fill the water bottles, go back to the vet, and watch him closely. If he does good tonight, then tomorrow I will come home. If he's not looking good, then if he's looking basically about the same, a little improvement, a little, he's eating, then, we'll come home. But if he takes a turn for the worse, then luckily this is a 24-hour emergency vet, and they have some good people even on a Sunday. So, this has been very expensive, and that's fine. I don't care. That's what credit cards are for. And if the expensive costs, which many people would consider exorbitant, but of course, remember, this is like people in Hollywood, people that live in Santa Monica and by the beach, people that are relatively well off, that love their pets, they spend what I consider to be exorbitant fees that keeps really good doctors and really patient staff and keeps a top-notch facility running. So I don't mind spending what I would consider to be a ridiculous amount of money. There's no amount of money that I wouldn't spend for BB, because he's family. I love him very much. But knowing that the costs go toward a facility, keeping a facility running, makes it that much more worthwhile. Now, BB does not have nationwide insurance. I have it for the piggies. I have not had it for him. He's had a history of really good health for the last decade. And I think still, if I would have gotten him his insurance every year for the last 10 years, then this past year, of course, it would have really gone a long way to cover these costs. But he has been so healthy. But I still definitely recommend pet insurance. It's just that guinea pigs tend to be so much more prone to all sorts of illnesses. And it is what it is. So, so I'm going to take care of these guys, maybe lay down for 15 minutes. I've got a smoothie ready to blend. And I'm just gonna, a lot of times with these things, you're running on adrenaline, and you're running on the love you have for your animals, and which seems to carry me, at least, for many, many days. And but when it comes to long-term illnesses and just taking care of our animals in general, taking care of anybody that we love. It's important to take care of yourself. You know, the um, I don't, I'm losing my vocabulary, but they say, you know, put on your mask before you put the child's mask on, you know, in an airplane. And it's just, it's true. We can't be strong for those that we care about if we're not strong for ourselves, and you have to take care of yourself. So eating well, exercising, getting good rest, all of that stuff that any doctor will tell you, of course, is crucial. And it's never not worth repeating. So I'm going to get back to it. Thank you guys so much again. If you have any guinea pig memes, send them to my email, because I want to do some fun videos. I want to get back to that as soon as possible. And for those of you who are coming in that don't know what's going on, there are a series of live videos, but basically BB's been to the vet. He has had a stomach upset, and it seems like it might just be an acute stomach upset. We're not sure the cause. Maybe, I don't think he ate anything bad, but sometimes things just happen. All of his blood work and other tests came up good. Thank you, Alexis, for the super chat. I also was in the middle of talking. I want to say thank you, Amanda, for the super chat. Yes, BB is 19. He was 7 years old in 2011. Am I doing my math right? So, yeah, he's going to turn 20 this year, next year. And we've been together for like 12 years. So, all right, that's it. Thank you guys for your support. You know, just because I'm doing these live videos doesn't mean I don't have thousands of guinea pig related videos. If you've never seen my guinea pig sing Old MacDonald Had a Farm video, search for that. If you've never seen my Red Eyes Rock music video, check that out. Of course, down on my channel here, there is just a number of playlists, whether it's diet, taming, cage setup, or bonding. I've got so many videos with all of my piggies and piggies from the LA Guinea Pig Rescue, and just so many rescue adventures. There's just so much. And watching those videos really means a lot and helps support the channel. So thank you, Melinda, for the super chat. You guys are just, I'm so grateful for that. So I'm gonna get back to work and have this much needed smoothie, and I'm gonna take care of these guys. Everybody here seems to be doing okay. So I'm not worried about these guys. All the piggies seem to be healthy and happy, and I don't even think they missed me. But so I'm going to get back to taking care of them. Thank you guys so much. And of course, I will be checking my email. I'll do my best to answer as quickly as I can. You know, of course, I'm on the road. I've got a energy drink that I've been saving for the last couple days. My coffee consumption has been almost non-existent over the last couple days, but because, you know, you drink too many cups of coffee or you have too many energy drinks and it stops actually being effective. So, but I've got one. So, because I will be driving probably through a little bit of rain this evening, but, you know, I always drive safely. I always use my blinker, and I always drive defensively, because I've got a lot of people, a lot of piggies here, a lot of people everywhere depending on me, and I take that responsibility very seriously. So, all right, guys, until next time, hopefully the next time you see me will be actually a pre-recorded, preconceived, edited video that will help us learn more about proper care, and have some fun and, celebrate these piggies and all the animals in our lives. All right, guys. Until next time. Thanks for watching, you guys.